Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Gamecocks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Kentucky's offense will go on the attack first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Wants to go up top. The quick out. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Quickly to the tight end. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Quarterback making checks. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away. It's a big-time play.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry about it.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense is still in identity mode.
He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Makes the grab down the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have the talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
Quarterback keeper. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Catch in the middle. It's McGowan. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Well, when you call the wheel route, you need to have the right matchup, and that time they did. It was the linebacker on the running back, one-on-one. He uses his speed, beat him to the outside, and that's about as easy as it can get.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. And if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Bring in the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Dances away to buy time. And as he throws, intercepted, the defense has set him up. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're in defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. He makes the grab. They make the stop after the catch, but it'll be first and goal from the 10. And the Wildcats will try to punch it in on first and goal. Motion from the wideout. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Wildcats. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big, but you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
To the air, it's Sellers. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? This offense has him with really good field position. Looking for room, it's McGowan. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Quick release by the QB. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium. They are up by 7 over Alabama. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Finds his tight end. Wide open spaces. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body. You better look out, college football.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Got his man on the right.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
They'll go back to the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Got it in the middle, it's Jacobs. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got the tight end. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a two-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll return it from around the 50. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Pressure coming. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Looking to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got him this time. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. These corners going to give these receivers some space. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down on this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally. They understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spin it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Law. Turning on the Jets. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. To the air, it's Sellers. Gonna take a shot. Pulls it in on the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quickly out to the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Wildcats need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Gets it out fast. He stopped a little bit short. They'll mark it at the 38. It's fourth down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Creates a little room. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. An impressive run from the back. gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Patterson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Fires to the right. Got his man! To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. Need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good, and that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Looking to take a shot. He's got it on the left. Oh, a lot of space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Wildcats are facing 3rd and inches. Gives it on the option. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. They bring the punter onto the field now. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. The give on the inside. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Here's a heat. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
The offense changing the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Toss to the outside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. He rifles one deep down the right side. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Smart move to keep it on the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it in the red zone. It's McGowan. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, You've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got him downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats! They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game.
And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sacked on the 2-point try.
South Carolina, 21.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Sellers. Quickly complete. They're working against the clock. He's out of bounds after a pickup of 12.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships, and how do you